In the secretive realm of North Korea, power and wealth intertwine in a complex reminiscent of the intrigues seen in Game of Thrones, albeit without the mythical beasts. The nation operates as an exclusive society, where capitalism thrives in clandestine ways, and the lifeblood of this system is money. Much like the vital flow of blood in veins, money courses through the economic arteries of the nation, sustaining the regime led by the enigmatic ruler, Kim Jong-un. At the heart of this intricate financial network lies Bureau 39, a shadowy organization involved in a myriad of activities aimed at bolstering North Korea's coffers. From the sale of weapons to smuggling drugs and counterfeiting American currency notes, Bureau 39 orchestrates operations that generate staggering sums, amounting to hundreds of millions of dollars annually. In this secretive landscape, where power, money, and influence collide, North Korea operates as a paradoxical blend of totalitarian control and covert capitalism, painting a picture as captivating and convoluted as any tale from the Game of Thrones universe.
North Korea, often perceived as an isolated and enigmatic nation, operates as a dictatorship that shrouds itself in mystery. The state media in North Korea routinely extols the actions of its supreme leader, creating an impression that time has stood still within its borders. Remarkably, North Korea boasts the fourth largest military force globally, measured in terms of troop numbers. For 3 successive generations, the Kim family has maintained an iron grip on the country, ruling under the guise of divine right. While the nation's military arsenal may be aging, it possesses the ultimate deterrent, nuclear weapons, which have led to the imposition of severe sanctions on the country. But how has this regime managed to survive? And how has Kim Jong-un amassed enough resources to wield the world's most potent weapon?
On the other side of the world, in the Netherlands, a history professor from Leiden University named Remco Breuker is delving into these very questions. Breuker has spent years studying enigmatic countries and their rulers, challenging the preconceived notions about North Korea. His research sheds light on a different North Korea, one whose overarching objective is not what it appears on the surface. At its core, the North Korean government's primary mission is to accumulate wealth, with the ruler Kim Jong-un at the helm. This perspective forces us to reconsider how North Korea generates its income, a question that has long vexed observers. Notably, it's dangerous to pose such inquiries directly to the North Korean leadership. The repercussions can be severe. In fact, the North Korean government once filed an indictment against Breuker, accusing him of 3 major crimes, the gravest being an insult to the supreme dignity of the supreme leader, a seemingly surreal charge with a death penalty as the potential punishment. Remco Breuker's investigation threatens to disrupt North Korea's illicit sources of hard currency. Following its first nuclear bomb test in 2006, the country found itself increasingly isolated from the international community. In the absence of legitimate income sources, the regime turned to illegal means of raising funds.
The core question becomes, which is more critical to the North Korean regime? the development of nuclear and ballistic missile programs, or the flourishing of its economy. The government has consistently prioritized the pursuit of bombs. In 2005, it publicly declared possession of nuclear weapons, citing the need for protection against foreign powers, particularly the United States. Pyongyang, the country's capital and residence of the elite, stands as a testament to North Korea's duality. Gleaming apartment complexes and immaculate streets cater to Pyongyang's privileged class. The city is home to 3 million people, yet entry is restricted and a permit is required for those coming from outside.
Song Kyun-chul, who works at the Pyongyang Economics Research Institute, provides insights into the situation in the city. While sanctions have been severe, they have not completely paralyzed the country. North Korea continues to trade and earn foreign exchange as it progresses on its own terms, turning adversity into a motivating force for advancement. Despite the strict sanctions, the challenge of altering North Korea's policies and behaviors through economic pressure persists. Key figures who have defected from North Korea have revealed the existence of a secretive government department responsible for managing illicit funds to protect the Kim family's power base, produce atomic bombs, and sustain the leader's luxurious lifestyles. This clandestine entity, known as Bureau 39, is said to have been established by Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il in the late 1970s, wielding extensive powers.
In Seoul, South Korea's capital, situated approximately 200 kilometers northwest of Bureau 39's mysterious location, nearly 30,000 North Korean defectors have embarked on new lives, leaving behind their homeland and embracing the unknown. These individuals offer invaluable information about the secretive operations of the Kim family. As legends have it, Kim Jong-il rechristened the finance department of the Workers' Party Central Committee to Bureau 39 when he ascended to power. The reasoning varies, but what remains undisputed is that Bureau 39 serves as the custodian of the Kim family's covert finances, a department without which the North Korean regime's very survival would be at stake. In this context, the United Nations, headquartered in New York City, closely monitors and upholds sanctions against North Korea, with Bureau 39 being an organization of paramount significance and one that should undoubtedly feature at the top of the list of banned entities.
Bureau 39, although a topic frequently discussed among North Korean exiles, isn't the primary focus of our investigation. Instead, we delve into the intricate web of North Korean banks and shell companies operating internationally, especially in third countries, to earn foreign exchange, which is then funneled back to North Korea.
While Bureau 39 may not be explicitly mentioned in formal documents, its money-making activities span the globe, extending even to iconic landmarks like the Angkor Wat Temple in Cambodia, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that draws over 250,000 visitors annually. Tourism serves as a major economic pillar for Cambodia, with Angkor Wat's operating company generating over $100 million in 2018. Strikingly, North Korea has found a way to profit from this venture. Adjacent to the temple entrance stands a museum, inaugurated in 2015, depicting the history of the Khmer Empire through captivating 3D paintings. What's intriguing is that North Koreans were involved in both constructing and financing the museum. By sidestepping UN sanctions, Pyongyang managed to secure the museum's earnings for the initial 10 years, after which profits were split evenly. Despite the North Korean director's reluctance to appear on camera, he disclosed that the museum rakes in approximately $7 million annually from admission fees, a figure expected to triple in the coming years.
As night falls and the museum doors close, another clandestine operation unfolds. North Koreans discreetly open a restaurant adjacent to the museum, where cameras are strictly prohibited. Most tables are consistently reserved, offering a menu replete with North Korean delicacies like cold noodles and sea cucumber. While these prices far exceed Cambodian standards, with main courses reaching up to $50, the restaurant remains a hotspot for Chinese and South Korean tourists. Intriguingly, the majority of the staff, mainly young women, are art students from Pyongyang. They reside above the restaurant, often confined to the premises for years. These North Korean restaurants, numbering 130 worldwide with 3 in Cambodia, are estimated to generate millions of dollars annually. Despite their substantial earnings, the waitstaff receives no direct financial benefits. Instead, the considerable sums, primarily in Western hard currency, flow directly into the secret coffers of the North Korean regime. This covert financial network highlights the regime's ability to exploit international ventures, further fueling the mystery surrounding North Korea's global financial activities.
In the shadows of Poland's construction sites, a sinister tale of exploitation unfolds. North Korean workers, promised fair wages and decent conditions, find themselves ensnared in a web of modern slavery. After toiling for 12 grueling hours, they are shuttled back to their hostels under the watchful eyes of North Korean agents.
Despite the oppressive environment, one worker dared to speak out. His solitary journey to Poland was rife with danger. If caught, I face false accusations, interrogation by North Korean state security in Poland, and potential imprisonment back in Pyongyang. Yet I have no choice but to endure these conditions for the sake of my family, he confessed. In a cruel twist, families back home in North Korea are held hostage, ensuring compliance. The meager earnings, a mere €90 a month, are pocketed by the regime, with only a fraction reaching the workers. This form of exploitation isn't isolated to Poland. North Korea dispatches trained laborers worldwide, estimated at around $150,000, to countries like Russia, China, Kuwait, Malaysia, Cambodia, Mongolia, Oman, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and numerous African nations. Despite the international scale of this issue, the world largely turns a blind eye. The United Nations, aware of this revenue stream for Pyongyang, is poised to act. Experts estimate the regime earns up to $1 billion annually through this channel, all flowing into the coffers of Bureau 39.
Bureau 39, veiled in secrecy, is a linchpin of the Kim regime. Its control lies squarely with Kim Jong-un, managing the clandestine palace economy. The location of Bureau 39 in Pyongyang remains a closely guarded secret, known only to those who've managed to escape the regime's grip. In a clandestine meeting in Seoul, a former Bureau 39 operative revealed his past in smuggling foreign currency in China. Threatened with death, he underwent plastic surgery to evade recognition, his testimony shedding light on the inner workings of North Korea's covert financial apparatus.
While North Korea's economy appears planned on the surface, the reality is starkly different. The state's ability to provide for its people has eroded, forcing citizens to turn to the black market for necessities. As the regime's grip tightens, the plight of North Korean workers abroad stands as a harrowing testament to the depths of exploitation endured in the pursuit of survival.
To comprehend the enigma of Bureau 39 and North Korea's intricate capitalist structures, delving into its historical context is crucial. The unraveling began in 1991, when the mighty Soviet Union, a stalwart trading partner, crumbled, leaving North Korea isolated. The Kim regime, faced with dwindling resources, resorted to extreme measures. In 1994, a devastating famine struck, claiming the lives of up to 1 million North Koreans. The collapse of the public distribution system forced citizens, especially those in rural areas, to turn to self-reliance. Thus, Jangmadang markets emerged, thriving on black market activities. Today, these markets, numbering in the hundreds, permeate the country, with 400 of them officially licensed, providing revenue to the regime.
China, sharing a porous 1,000-kilometer border with North Korea, became a pivotal partner. 80% of this border, devoid of proper fortification, allowed rampant cross-border trade. The informal economy flourished, with Chinese goods flooding North Korean markets and all currencies, notably the US dollar and Chinese yuan, being accepted. This trade forms the backbone of North Korea's black markets. Within this clandestine economy, government officials in Pyongyang, termed donju, or lords of wealth, prospered. These officials, despite their loyalty, engaged in lucrative businesses, smuggling raw materials, trading luxury goods, and investing in real estate. Their affluence, however, comes at the cost of unwavering allegiance to the regime. Some of these officials operate in high-ranking government positions, including within Bureau 39. One such defector, now residing in Seoul, reveals the inner workings of the organization, focusing on its most profitable venture, foreign business, particularly insurance fraud. European insurance companies unwittingly became entangled in North Korea's schemes. In one instance, old Russian Mi-8 helicopters nearing retirement were insured, only to be intentionally destroyed, yielding millions in insurance claims. These devious tactics contributed to the Kim regime's substantial earnings, estimated in the hundreds of millions of dollars. North Korea employed its vast network of embassies worldwide as conduits for channeling money back to Pyongyang. Diplomatic protection provided cover for government officials who carried cash in their flight baggage, ensuring the seamless flow of funds. North Korean diplomats, often operating as entrepreneurs, businessmen, arms smugglers, and even drug lords, wielded diplomatic passports, shielding them from international scrutiny. This clandestine financial machinery extended to military dealings, especially in regions like Africa and the Middle East, where North Korean embassies facilitated military supplies, training, and cooperation, even in nations like the Syrian Arab Republic. In this covert world of financial manipulation, deception, and illicit trade, North Korea's capitalist underbelly thrives, fueled by a network of intricate schemes, shadowy diplomacy, and undying loyalty to the regime.
In the intricate web of global politics, North Korea stands as a shadowy figure, its influence extending far beyond its borders. One of its enduring alliances has been with Syria, dating back to Hafez al-Assad, father of the current Syrian dictator. Since the 1960s, North Korea has provided Syria with military personnel, arms, and ammunition, aiding its fight against Israel. These alliances persist, supporting a secret income source for North Korea. Bureau 39, employing tactics reminiscent of 18th century pirates, operates cargo ships under false flags, enabling North Korea to clandestinely send weapons and military equipment to Syria. Despite international efforts, such as those by the United Nations, these illicit shipments have largely gone unchecked, sustaining Syria's arsenal. The ramifications of these covert dealings are devastating. Chemical weapons produced by Syria's Scientific Research Center, SSRC, aided by North Korean supplies, have been used against the Syrian populace. Bashar al-Assad's regime, seeking to rebuild post-civil war, has forged agreements with North Korea, planning to import North Korean labor for reconstruction efforts, promising lucrative trade deals.
Bureau 39's earnings, primarily funneled into government coffers, serve dual purposes. On one hand, they fund luxury imports, including items like Mercedes-Benz cars, circumventing international sanctions. On the other hand, these funds fuel North Korea's formidable cyber warfare capabilities. Since the mid-80s, Kim Jong-il initiated the training of skilled children in mathematics and programming, grooming them into expert hackers. These hackers, believed to be behind notorious attacks like the WannaCry ransomware virus, have crippled computers worldwide, with the US government and British intelligence directly linking these incidents to North Korea. Their targets have expanded from South Korean government agencies to international banks, revealing the evolution of North Korea's cyber warfare strategy. Amidst this covert world of cyber attacks and illicit trade, North Korea's socio-economic landscape is shifting. From a once poor communist state, it has transformed into a nation with a resilient, informal economy, driven by the pursuit of US dollars. Pyongyang's residents experience increasing prosperity, but rural populations face significant challenges. Kim's regime employs traditional autocratic rule to control the populace, while simultaneously nurturing a 21st-century capitalist underground economy. North Korea's dual identity as a covert global player and a nation undergoing socio-economic change paints a complex picture, one where clandestine dealings and technological prowess coexist with the pursuit of prosperity and power.
In the heart of the bustling trade route between China and North Korea lies the China-Korea Friendship Bridge, a testament to the deep-rooted ties between the two nations. Despite international efforts to curtail Kim Jong-un's revenue streams, this bridge remains a conduit for smugglers, traders, and Bureau 39 agents, facilitating swift and secretive deals. China, accounting for 90% of North Korea's exports, plays a pivotal role in this shadowy network. Within this network, a dark reality unfolds. Thousands of North Korean women toil in Chinese textile factories, their labor exploited under deplorable conditions. Disguised as businessmen, undercover investigators unveil the harsh truth. These women work tirelessly, often sleeping on factory premises, separated from their families, and treated as slaves.
A dedicated team of workers, lawyers, trade experts, and data analysts, led by Remco Broker, delves into the murky world of international fashion brands. Their investigations reveal a disturbing truth. Major brands collaborate with Chinese companies, employing North Korean workers directly or indirectly. These workers are not only subjected to inhumane conditions in Chinese factories, but also contribute to the production of goods within North Korea's own borders.
The investigation focuses on Van Des, a Chinese textile company with international clientele. Through meticulous analysis of business transactions between 2013 and 2019, the team uncovers a sinister pattern. Chinese factories send raw materials to North Korea, where finished garments are produced and then sent back to China. These products, bearing the marks of renowned brands like Armani and Diesel, eventually find their way to Europe and America, where they are sold in stores.
In an alarming revelation, the investigation uncovers the involvement of concentration camps in North Korea's garment production. Forced labor, tantamount to modern slavery, becomes the driving force behind the fashion industry's supply chains. Western consumers unknowingly purchase clothes made by individuals imprisoned in these camps, where escape is impossible and hope is scarce. The response from fashion giants such as Armani is met with skepticism. While companies claim rigorous inspections and deny involvement with North Korean labor, evidence points to a different reality. The investigation implicates not just the brands, but the entire global fashion industry, highlighting our unwitting contribution to this grave violation of human rights. The story echoes the broader tragedy of North Korean citizens ensnared in forced labor, ensuring the survival of Kim Jong-un's regime. Their lives are sacrificed to sustain the luxurious lifestyles of the powerful and the demands of Western capitalism. Kim Jong-un, portrayed not just as a dictator but as a shrewd and ruthless businessman, orchestrates a sinister trade, exploiting the labor of his own people and implicating us all in this dark tapestry of exploitation.